In this video, I'm going to be going over the cheat sheet or syllabus cheat sheet. It's a paper that I hand out on the first day of class. Basically summarizes the syllabus. You do need to go on Blackboard and read the complete syllabus. It's got all the things on there that you'll find, including the things that you'll see on every syllabus at San Jack. But again, in the cheat sheet here, we're just going to go over the most important items. So first of all, contact information. If you want to reach me, the easiest way to reach me is through email because it goes directly to my phone. The other thing I would mention here is that you can go under Blackboard faculty profile and find all this information there anytime you need it. Good news is we do not have a textbook for this course. As far as cost is concerned, that's good news. I'll be putting a lot of videos and all my notes on Blackboard, and so there'll be plenty of things to help you learn the material. Your main cost is that you will need to print the homework assignments, which I'll be posting in Blackboard, and actually they're already there. So this first week I have copied them for you, but after that you'll need to print them out on your own. You can go to the library and buy a card or purchase a card, and you can use that to print over there. I don't know what the cost is per page, but you can do that over there, or you can go to a copy center. You're also going to need a folder. In your folder you'll be collecting all the classwork we do, and I'll collect that each time we have a quiz or a test. You need something to take notes in, some kind of notebook, a scientific calculator. This is one that I recommend. It's called the TI-30X2S. I don't really care which calculator you're using, but you want to have something that's easy to use, and this is a great one. You can use a graphing calculator if it's the TI-83 or 84. If you have something else, then you should probably show it to me and I can make sure it's okay. The only thing with the graphing calculator is when we have the test on graphing, you won't be able to use that, so just keep that in mind. As far as grading is concerned, we're going to have 2 quizzes that make up 60% of your grade. Homework, classwork, and attendance will make up the other 40%. That's all for Math 104. Attendance will actually be 10% of your grade. And then when we get to 0314, the percentages change. Homework, classwork, and quizzes are just 15% of your grade, and exams are 60%, and the finals 25%. The grading scale is pretty standard. Basically, you have to earn a score of 70% to pass this course. And be careful about absences, excessive absences that lead to failure. You would receive an FX for that. If you are absent more than 1 day in Math 104 or more than 3 days in Math 314, then that's the grade that you would earn if you fail the course. Classwork, homework, and tests. So classwork may include class assignments and quizzes. Very important that you participate and do a great job with these activities. And again, class assignments are going to be collected on test or quiz days. So you want to make sure you're keeping those in your folder so that on the day of the quiz or test you're prepared to turn it in. These are the easy points. Make sure you do the assignments and put them in your folder, and then just give them to me on the day of the quiz. Anything that's late is half credit. Homework is going to be assigned pretty much every day. Generally, no late homework is accepted for any reason. Your grade on the first part of each assignment, which includes review problems, will be based on completion. For those problems, you're expected to check your solutions against the answer key, which is online in Blackboard, in order to ensure your understanding of the material. So basically, the first half of your grade is just practice and checking your work and correcting your mistakes. The other half is going to be from the graded problems, which are at the end of the assignment. You won't have the answer to those, but if you've done all the other problems, you should be prepared for the graded problems. And so that does make up the other half of your grade. It's very important that you do a great job on the homework. For most students, that's probably the most important thing in this course. Makeup exams, generally I don't give makeup exams, so it's very important that you contact me right away if you are going to miss the day of a test. Preferably, you should let me know ahead of time if you can, and we can maybe arrange for you to take the test at a different time. Attendance policy. So I will take attendance every class, and every semester students will ask me, Mr. Smith, what do I need to pass this course? I've got to pass. And really there's two things that I find are the most important. Number one is your attendance. It's extremely important. You're going to find that if you miss one day, you're going to miss a lot of stuff in this course because our classes are long. And then the other thing is the homework. Do a great job on the homework. Of course, along with that, I would say, do a great job on the classwork assignments that we do in class. That's really the most important things to do. Great job on the homework, great job on the classwork, and have great attendance. If you miss a class, you're responsible for anything that you miss. Everything's in Blackboard. You can also maybe talk to a friend. Let's see, I already talked about the grade of FX. The other thing I want to mention is the way I'm going to do attendance. And this is actually not on the paper I handed out to you, so make sure you understand this. You're going to get 10 points every day for attendance in Math 104. If you're late or you leave early, then you'll receive 5 points. And if you're late more than 10 minutes, I count that as an absence. So that'll be my policy for attendance in here. Again, make sure you have excellent attendance. Classroom etiquette. Basically, my policy is, let's be respectful of one another, and I want to make sure what's important to me is that everybody has a great opportunity to learn and that we have a great learning environment. So be on time, stay for the entire period. Normally that's what everybody ought to be doing. Please don't be talking while I'm explaining things at the front of the board. Cell phones should be off or silent or on silent. Please refrain from texting during class. And just keep in mind that you can't have cell phones out during the test. You can't use them as calculators. You will have calculators. Remember, the calculator is a requirement in the class, so make sure you have that, especially on the day of a test. Let's go ahead and move on to the next page. So faculty, we don't drop students. And in fact, if you need to drop this course at some point, very important that you go see a counselor. You can't drop the course without seeing a counselor. And it's possible that dropping may not be a good option for you. So very important that you make every effort to get through this course the first time. It's difficult to drop a college prep course. So if you do have to drop, make sure you do it the right way. Sometimes students will just stop attending and they come back a semester or two later and they find out they're on probation or they don't have financial aid opportunities anymore. So make sure you do things the right way. As far as group work's concerned, we'll do a lot of group work together. In Math 104, we'll work in pairs a lot. And then when we get to 0314, you'll each be assigned to a group. If you have any kind of disability that might affect your learning in here, it's important that you contact our disabilities services on the South Campus. Here's the number. All right, email. So just by being a student at San Jac, you have been set up for email. And it's just a matter of getting it set up. If you haven't already, I've got the email address you can go to here to get started. And the other thing I would suggest is First of all, get in the habit of checking your email and using your student email anytime you communicate with your instructors on campus. It's very important that you're doing that, especially when it comes to things like announcements. When I make an announcement in Blackboard, it goes out to your Sanjak email. So if you're not checking that, you won't see it. So the easiest way to deal with that is if you have a smartphone, you can get it set up so that all your email is going to the same place. If you have any problems with that, just go to our tech support and they can give you some help getting it set up. All right, so we've gone over, I think, what's most important to most students. If you have any questions, make sure you ask or see me. This complete syllabus is in Blackboard. I want to point out some of the other things that are there, things like course objectives, the honesty statement, policies about emergencies, campus carry policy, college closures, repeat rule. There's some other things there. So make sure you're familiar with the main syllabus. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. All right, that's going to be it.